The village of Nkolo stirred under the weight of an ominous storm. Dark clouds rolled in, and the wind howled through the trees, shaking the thatched roofs of the mud huts. A lone figure, draped in white, emerged from the dense forest, his piercing eyes scanning the village. The villagers, startled by the presence of the masked stranger, whispered amongst themselves, fear creeping into their voices. Years ago, a mother had given birth to twin boys, a blessing in some lands, but a curse in Nkolo. The village elder, believing twins to be an omen of misfortune, had decreed that one must be cast away. The mother, weeping, had clutched both infants to her chest, pleading for mercy, but her cries had fallen on deaf ears. The elder pointed an accusing finger, and the decision was made. One child, nameless and abandoned, had been left in the depths of the forest. Now, the forsaken twin had returned. Afolabi, the twin who had been spared, stood frozen as he gazed at the warrior before him. The man pulled off his mask, revealing a face nearly identical to Afolabi's, except for a scar that ran down his left cheek. Gasps filled the air. The villagers, recognizing the impossible resemblance, recoiled in shock. Adisa, the banished twin, had survived. The village elder, now frail with age, fell to his knees before Adisa, his face heavy with regret. His voice trembled as he spoke, confessing his mistake and the unjust suffering he had caused. The villagers, once filled with superstition, now bore expressions of shame and remorse. Adisa's grip tightened around the spear he carried. He had endured the wild, faced death countless times, and returned as a warrior. Anger burned within him, but as he looked at Afolabi, his twin brother who had lived a life he was denied, something shifted. Afolabi stepped forward, his eyes filled with sorrow, silently pleading for peace. A violent storm raged overhead, as if nature itself bore witness to this moment of reckoning. The village held its breath, waiting for Adisa's verdict. With a deep breath, Adisa drove his spear into the ground, his voice steady. The past is done, but no child shall suffer my fate again. The villagers bowed their heads, accepting his words. The storm began to calm, and the first rays of morning light peeked through the clouds. The return of the banished twin had not brought destruction, but a new beginning for Nkolo.